don't cry, and don't rage, understand. Happiness is a virtue, not its reward. Reason is no match for passion. We feel and know that we are eternal. The purpose of the state is really freedom. Citizens are not born, but made. By reality and perfection, I mean the same thing. For though men be ignorant, yet they are men. Will and intellect are one and the same thing. I call him free, who is led solely by reason. Everything excellent is as difficult as it is rare. Do not weep. Do not wax indignant. Understand. We feel and experience ourselves to be eternal. All things excellent are as difficult as they are rare. Blessedness is not the reward of virtue, but virtue itself. Joy is a man's passage from a lesser to a greater perfection. Non ridere, non lugia, neque detestari, sed intelligia. For all things excellent are as difficult as they are rare. When a man is prey to his emotions, he is not his own master. What Paul says about Peter tells us more about Paul than about Peter. There is no hope unmingled with fear, and no fear unmingled with hope. No matter how thin you slice it, there will always be two sides. If you want the present to be different from the past, study the past. The endeavor to understand is the first and only basis of virtue. Know to laugh, not to lament, not to detest, but to understand. Pride is pleasure, arising from a man's thinking too highly of himself. There can be no hope without fear, and no fear without hope. Everything great is just as difficult to realize as it is rare to find. The object of the idea, constituting the human mind, is the body. Minds, however, are conquered not by arms, but by love and nobility. He alone is free, who lives with free consent, under the entire guidance of reason. Each will form universal images, according to the conditioning of his body. Self-preservation is the primary, and only foundation of virtue. I do not know how to teach philosophy without becoming a disturber of the peace. A passion ceases to be a passion as soon as we form a clear idea of it. The order and connection of ideas, in the same as the order and connection of things. Peace is not the absence of war, but a virtue based on strength of character. The intellectual love of a thing consists in understanding its perfections. Blessed are the weak, who think they are good, because they have no claws. Whatsoever is in God, and without God nothing can be, or be conceived. By substance, I mean that which is in itself, and is conceived through itself, in. Nothing forbids man to enjoy himself, save grim and gloomy superstition. Hatred is increased by being reciprocated, and can on the other hand be destroyed by love. The more clearly you understand yourself and your emotions, the more you become a lover of what is. I have labored carefully, not to mock, lament, or execrate, but to understand human actions. I do not know how to teach philosophy without becoming a disturber of established religion. None are more taken in by flattery than the proud, who wish to be the first and are not. Reason cannot defeat emotion. An emotion can only be displaced or overcome by a stronger emotion. Things which are accidentally the causes, either of hope or fear, are called good or evil omens.